You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. Well, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like, comment. As always, all audio from all of our videos from all of our channels are available, of course, anywhere fine podcasting is available. Spotify, Apple Pod, Google. Make sure you go subscribe. If you get busy, you can just turn on the audio and let it play. Let it play. We got two things on the docket for this video this morning. We're going to have Dana White in light of the aftermath of the major backlash involving the transgender, the guy that thinks he is a girl, not a woman, a girl. Dylan Mulvaney, of course, is now the women's spokesperson for Nike sports bras and apparel, women's apparel, except, again, you've got a D. Okay, you got a D for dude, and yeah, we've got that, and we've got Dana White in light of that saying the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, that company, of course, of which he is president, will never go woke, and he proclaims, we won't do anything woke, and they don't do anything woke, and they won't do it. Now, it's just been a couple of weeks since Jorge Masvidal was fighting and led a Let's Go Brandon chant at a UFC event. Dana White, Kid Rock, Donald Trump were all in the same event. So let's get to that. We've also got, don't look now, the XFL is drawing attendance. The last 2 weeks, over 70,000. This weekend, over 75,000. The XFL is creeping up, folks. DC sold out. Over 18,000. They filled that stadium. And it looked really damn good on TV, by the way. And, of course, the St. Louis Battlehawks, their fans showed their ass again. 33,000 fans showed up. So things are getting better for the XFL in attendance. Let's do Dana White first. This is Outkick. UFC president Dana White has no interest in going woke. The woke virus has seemingly infected a large part of American culture, like a virus, anybody, including sports. Whether it's national anthem protest or social justice messaging, sports has never shied away from going woke. Organizations have done the exact opposite. Americans have also watched Anheuser-Busch jump on the woke bullet train after Bud Light partnered with Dylan Mulvaney. Last time I checked, we're talking about $6.55 billion in lost value for Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch. Dana White vows the UFC won't ever go woke. Quote, when all the COVID bans were being lifted, it grew our business. I don't know, like 70% or something like that. They excelled during the UFC. And, you know, talking about the XFL, if Vince could have found a way or would have been willing in some way, shape, form, or fashion to have funded and kept playing XFL games, I believe the XFL might have exploded. And I'm going to tell you why. UFC was the only live sporting events that were happening on television. And because of that, their business exploded. So I tend to believe that actually if Vince would have kept going, and I understand that's a huge amount of money to pay those players when you've got nobody coming to games, and I get that. But when you're the only live sporting event and you're the only game in town, who knows what that would have done to XFL ratings? You might have seen games go from, 1.8 million viewers to 12 million viewers because they would have been the only football being played. So I look back on that and wonder if Vince McMahon didn't actually miss a huge opportunity there, because Dana White, he seized it. He seized that opportunity. And yes, we don't do anything woke over here. White told Dan Bongino Saturday night on an episode of Unfiltered, the man responsible for making the UFC a smashing success, also said he's never seen anything like the attention Donald Trump gets with fans. Last weekend, Trump was treated like a rock star during UFC 287, and White said there's nobody else who compares. It's insane, you know? If you think about it, I've been doing this for like 23 years. When you're walking with Trump, it's a whole nother level, man. The entire place erupted. Everybody was going crazy. It was fun, White told Bongino, when talking about Trump attending UFC 287. Right there, there's Dana. There's Kid Rock. Don't look now. That's Iron Mike Tyson. And there is Donald Trump. Iron Mike Tyson loves Donald Trump. The UFC president is a visionary who does something crazy with athletes who work for him. He lets them give their opinions without interfering. It's wildly refreshing to hear opinions that go against the mainstream narrative be allowed. Jorge Masvidal started a Let's Go Brandon chant during UFC 287. We covered that with Trump in attendance. Dana White rightfully didn't come out and condemn it. Imagine if that happened in an NBA game. ESPN would have wall-to-wall coverage ripping the player for weeks. It's awesome how White doesn't play that stupid game. Dana just doesn't care. Dana's an old boxer. He don't give a rat's. Dana White also knows that the average sports consumer has no interest in hearing about woke politics. They want to watch some competition and drink a cold beer, not a Bud Light. The average sports fan is not a scared person. Dana White knows this too. That's why when the COVID fanatics tried to ruin sports, the UFC president vowed to hold fights, and that's exactly what he did. Now the UFC is more popular than ever. Turns out that when you give consumers what they want, you get rewarded. That is how capitalism works. I continue to say Dana White is one of the most important voices in all of sports. Let's go to Florio, because Florio, believe it or not, is writing XFL articles these days. XFL draws more than 75,000 fans for Week 9. The TV numbers have been a disappointment. Lately, honestly, the TV numbers are going up again. Now that they're getting better networks to be on again, ESPN, ABC, the ratings are going up. The in-person audiences have not been. Via XFL, the league drew a season-high attendance of more than 75,000 fans this weekend. In St. Louis, 33,142 fans attended. Coupled with the D.C. home game, there were more than 51,000 fans in attendance today, a record for the season. That was in one day. The prior high watermark for a weekend came in Week 4, 74,947. St. Louis continues to be the star in stirring the XFL's drink. Proof positive that the NFL perhaps shouldn't have left in 2016, and that the NFL should perhaps consider returning someday. Absolutely. And in case you're wondering what those attendance numbers exactly were, that's 75,816 fans. DC, that game drew 18,684. San Antonio and the Guardians, 13,023. Vegas Vipers and the Roughnecks, 10,967. And the Sea Dragons versus the Battlehawks, 33,142 fans. So that's pretty damn good. Yes, we've got J.R. Ewing in attendance for this video right here with me. Do not forget today, folks, Black and White Sports, Black and White Network, 200,000 subscribers celebration at 10 a.m. Central Time. I will post a link in the community section. Come celebrate all the hard work that me and John have put in, and people don't realize this. John and I actually, from August of 2020 through about 4 weeks ago, did not have a day off for that entire time. We have recently started taking 1 day off each week. Me Sunday, him Saturday. And we still try to get 6 videos out on whatever day off the other one has. But we were so humbled by the response that we have had across all of these networks. If I do the math, we've got to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 300,000 total subscribers. And that's unreal. We're talking about something that completely started as a hobby. John and myself picking NFL games on Sunday live streams with 7 people watching, to a Jacob Blake stream about Drew Brees, looking up and having 14,000 people watching. This was in October of 2020, just 3 months later. It's crazy as hell. It truly is what this has become. Our goal, always to stay independent, always voice our opinion. We don't give a rip if we ever see a media credential. They can stick them, far as we're concerned. As long as that happens, we can continue to give our unshackled opinion on everything. Make sure you hit subscribe. I've got a Lamar Jackson video coming. Don't you guys worry about that. We got Lamar covered. Little DeAndre Hopkins Lamar action. What? And Lamar claiming, oh, I want to play here, but I don't want to play here. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.